DF Dub. Yeah, I'm a hard hitter. Don't stutter fit, it'll ego hit you. What is you saying, man? Look at the swag. Please do forgive the brag. I'ma pull up later in the cowboy jag. Don't you slip on the drip, I'm flossing the sauce. Go so hard for the star. Yeah, that be win, lose, or draw. If you take a L, get the F off my block. Cowboys win. Barachos, pour up the shots. Really can't help it, got a star status. Even got it tatted on my arm. Yes, we be 5 ring strong. Left a little room cause it's quest for the 6. Starboy really reppin' this shit. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's no more left in me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me.
Yeah, tell me who the #1 fan. Yeah, Mr. Westside, I'm the man. Dallas Cowboys from my head to the toes. They better recognize who the fuck I am. Damn, haters run their mouth like a bitch when they team ain't shit and my team stay lit. Yeah, I'm about to rep this shit to the day I die in an all blue casket. If you wanna get with a club with love, tell Star Status Westside sent ya. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Emmett Smith is our main. Game time, prime time, all the time. Your team ain't never on TV like mine.
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building. And yes, we are late, and it is 100% my fault again. You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't even gonna lie. If it was anybody else, I'd straight lie on you and come up with some crazy, man, the bishop was doing this and he was doing that. And I can't even do him like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing content with better people that's supposed to make you a better person. So look at that. Bishop already got me telling the truth live on air. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right.
Live.
It's all live TV. You can't be perfect all the time. We all right.
Yeah, and since I'm being honest, Kobe's better than LeBron. Okay, there you go. I said it. Since we being honest.
No doubt about it.
Since we being honest, because some of the stuff LeBron doing, Kobe would have never did.
That's right. That's right. We just telling the truth. We just telling the truth.
That boy Buddha Baker say Kobe rolling in his grave.
Yeah.
Jesus, can't even find a coach, man. But hey, man.
Nobody don't even want to tackle it, man.
And they giving real contracts in LA. That's the crazy thing about it. They giving 6 and 7s.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? See y'all saying hello, especially that one that finally wrote in on Twitter. Hey, Darren Southern, appreciate you, man, for popping in on me.
Yes, Lord. And hey, man, we appreciate everybody that's live on the different various platforms, man. We appreciate you guys. We weren't able to get connected all the platforms on there because I had some technical difficulties. My kids cleaned my living room, and in cleaning the living room, they touched some stuff. And when you touch some stuff, everything got shut down. You guys know that, listen to me, we are not computer geeks or techs or anything like this. You know what I'm saying? We're guys who found programs and YouTube videos on how to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now the Lord has allowed us to feed our families off of it. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then, the Lord reminds us that you never would have made it. We know that you ain't no computer tech.
No. You're a novice. We all right, man. We all right. We ready to roll.
Ready to rock? Yeah. And I situated my mic so you can see more of my face. You know what I'm saying?
That'll work. That's about, since we got the same mic, that's about tighten up that little screw right there, that on the end there. Right there. Yeah, right there. Right. Yeah. That one too. What about this one right here? Right.
Yeah.
You gotta tighten that one up too, right here.
Yeah.
Tighten that one up there. Yeah. It's just, we figuring it out piece by piece. You understand?
Hey man, hey, that was a message right there for somebody. Somebody just told the Lord somebody you need to keep an OG in your life. Why? Because you got a couple screws loose.
Yeah, screws loose, doc. It ain't always gonna be right now. I'm just telling you, it's gonna go to work. What's going on, everybody? I see everybody in here. What's going on? Appreciate everybody popping in, man. Whatever channel you on, thank you.
Yes, Lord. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, man, hey, we got a show that we're gonna put together. You know what I'm saying? Like always, no matter what time we get on here, as long as we get on here and give y'all our content, and then we will be dropping individual content later on throughout the day. Like I said, I do apologize. Had some technical difficulties this morning, but we still gonna give you about 45 minutes to an hour of the content that you've been looking for. You feel me? For the content to noble that you have been looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
So, let's fly through this real quick. Let's say what's up to everybody that's in the comment box. Diggy 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 doom 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 doom. Let me see. What's up with you, Miss Sarah? What's up with you, Miss Sarah? I ain't seen you in a minute. I'm not saying I haven't seen you in a minute, but I haven't shouted you out in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with you, Miss Sarah? Appreciate you for coming up there. Alan, what's up, Alan? What's up, Gregory? What's up, Mr. OG Darren Sertan? Hey, Sertan got he a Twigger now.
Yeah, he on Twitter. That's why I say I don't know which Twitter is it, yours or mine. It makes no difference. Just glad to see him in here.
Listen to me, a real Twigger is a real Twigger. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying it
yeah.
don't matter
Wherever you land it.
wherever
Yeah,
he land at. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
He said, Robert, what's up with you, Robert? I know, Mike. Robert, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get redder. Mike Robert said, stop moving to Mike West Coast. I got you. I know because it's a dynamic microphone, and if you talk like this, you can't hear it. So
Yeah,
it's really stop using my mouth because my mic
yeah.
is stationary. Sherman, what's up, Sherman? Robert Smith, what's up with you, Robert Smith?
There it is.
I got you in the building. Darren Sertan, what's up with you? Joseph Owens, what's up with you? Appreciate you. Who else with you? T44 Willie Will, Big Fats, what's up with you, sir? Texas Twistler, what's up with you, my sir? I'm curious to know why you got that name. Is it because of them tornadoes? Joshua Fisher, Till I Die, what's up with you, my boy? Shout out to my boy Texas Texas Twister, the Texas Twister for the first person to comment today. Josh Fisher, appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you, my boy. Robert Johnson, what's up, Robert Johnson? Appreciate you too, man. I know we're a little late, but we're gonna get this content. We about to push right into it. And shout out to the people that's watching on Twitch too. We got 1 or 2 people that's watching on Twitch. So switch. We got to get a special name for my Twitch people over there because you guys have earned the right to have a nickname. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
shout out to all my Twitch people over there. Appreciate you guys for. Hey, I'm trying to be like that boy Kai Conte and Kevin Hart. Even Kevin Hart on Twitch, so you know it's booming. He was on Twitch for 14 hours last night, so you know it's booming over
Oh
there.
yeah. It's on.
So we got to get it. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, I need everybody right now, wherever you are, to share the content. Share the content, no matter where you are. Share the content. Share it. Share it. Share it. I'm gonna put some comments on the comment screen real quick so you guys can so you can see yourself and show yourself some love. But I need everybody to share the content, share the content, share the content, share the content, and then let's go ahead and jump right into this, man. This show is a freestyle show, man. It's gonna be driven by the fans. It's gonna be driven by you and whatever else that you guys would like to speak about or talk about. So let's go
Yeah,
ahead and jump into this thing, man.
yeah. Let's hit it.
All right, so shoot, man. If y'all got a comment or a statement or something you want to put in there, you can go ahead and drop it in there first. OG Bishop, did you have something you want to start this thing off with? We're on time.
Well, I saw another article yesterday about CD, and now it came in actually from Blog and the Boys. Some of y'all have seen that today, talking about CD, and now they're kind of echoing in a very smooth, slick way about how you can pay for 3 players instead of 1 player, and they did, focus in on CD. So what we're having here is what we talked about yesterday and days previously, that the Cowboys are now using their power in the media to try to, I guess, devalue the need to sign CD Lamb, and instead we can get it from somewhere else. And then I heard the crazy rumor about Amari Cooper possibly trading for Amari Cooper
That's
and
what I
getting
wanted.
him back. And will we love it? Yeah, but the Cowboys ain't gonna bring him back. Y'all know better than that. That's just me thinking, but I wish they would though. But it is what it is. So again, these days here until CD gets signed, the smear campaign is out. It's obviously that is out. They're gonna try to devalue it, and they were in the article saying, Wes, that wide receivers, you can find them in the draft. That's what they were really saying. You can find those type of dudes in the draft, and I'm like, you can find wide receivers, but the question is, are you gonna find first team All Pro wide receivers? It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. You just don't pick up them type of guys off the streets. You don't pick up Justin Jeffersons and Chase and Tyreek Hills and CD Lambs and Cooper Cups. You don't find those type of guys just find them off the street. These dudes are different. And we have one of those. So in my view, of course, we should be doing everything to sign him. But of course. This is the Dallas Cowboys where controversy reigns, but you know how they go.
Yeah, so let's talk about that Amari Cooper because I made a video about this. You know what I'm saying?
Did you?
Yeah, I actually did. I made a video on
Okay.
if the Cowboys should. My videos are always not necessarily the Cowboys should, or I always ask the question. No, I don't. I never say the Cowboys should win. I always give them kind of like my opinion. Should the Cowboys do it, and then will they do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how my videos are. Whenever there's a player, I always give those. Those are my two cracks at it. I always say, will the Cowboys do it, and should they do it? Because will the Cowboys do it, and should they do it are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Shout out to the goblet. Like, look at that. Yeah, I'm saying, look at Timmy. You ain't got no you ask for some water, and your lady bring you a water bottle. She ain't married me. That ain't no wifey material, man. So I'm gonna say, man. Goblets over here. You feel me? You know what this is? This I gotta bring the picture. Y'all can't even see me. I'm up here shining. Y'all can't even see me right now. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? I asked for some water. She brought me a goblet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she brought you a barrel. That's what it looked like.
No bottle water.
Barrel of water.
Y'all out there got them bottle water ladies. You know what I'm saying? Ask for water. She bring you a bottle water. They ain't got no ice in it.
Yeah.
What that boy Charleston White said, you ain't got nobody that love. You got somebody make you breakfast this morning. I got into an argument over that too. I got to leave that alone. Okay.
Hey, leave that alone. Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
Well, yeah, but
go back to Amari Cooper, man. Go back to Amari Cooper.
Back to my. It's funny because I knew to go back to it too.
Please.
But yeah, I made a video on if the Dallas Cowboys should possibly sign or reach or trade for Amari Cooper because you can't sign him because he's not a free agent. To trade for him, and I said, listen to me. Do I believe the Dallas Cowboys should be interested? Yes. Yes, you should be interested in anybody that is better than what you have right now. Is Amari Cooper, if Amari Cooper's on this team, does he make this team better? Absolutely, he does. Absolutely. So the mindset of should the Cowboys be interested? Yes, the Cowboys should be interested in anybody, any player that makes their team better. Now, would I trade for Amari Cooper? Under some circumstances, I might, but you got to remember, I ain't said nothing about money yet. I'm just talking about player, what I believe he can do for me, who I think he is. This is Madden. This is West Coast in his Madden mind right now. In Madden, I don't give a damn. Why? Because I don't give a damn about my salary cap in 2017. I don't care about
winning Super Bowl in Madden.
Yeah, I'll have a whole nother Madden game by then. You know what I'm saying? I know on Madden, I'm trying to tear the salary cap up for a year. Why? Because I can just start it over. You know what I'm saying? So in my Madden world, would I do it? Hell yes. OG never had Amari Cooper at his best, CeeDee Lamb at his best, all on the same field at the same time. Never. So am I interested? Do I want to see that? Hell yeah, I want to see that. I do want to see that. I want to see that. I am the type of person that goes to an ice cream shop and I needs to sample. I needs to try it all. I wants to try it all. I even sample that ice cream that I know I'm not going to buy. You want to know why? Because I ain't paying for it right now. So here's a perfect time to try it. You dig? That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the little spoon guy. I'm coming in Baskin Robbins. I'm going to try, let's say they 32 flavors. I need to test 31 before I pick one. You know what I'm saying? I wants to see everything. Do I want to see Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb? Hell yeah, I do. And we'll figure out how many times we got to throw the ball. We'll figure it out. That's West Coast. That's the West Coast in me.
That's the fan. That's the fan talk.
That's the fan in me. I don't care. I want it all. I want it all.
I want to stack the deck. Yeah.
I want to stack the deck. Now that I've said that, because I had to say, I'm gonna start doing fandom first because my fandom sounds better than my realism.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the real deal. Do I think the Cowboys would be interested? I think they would be interested. Do I think they would actually do it? No. No way. The reason why I don't think they would do it, this is why I think they would be interested. The reason why I think they would be interested right now is because they don't want to pay CeeDee Lamb. And when you don't want to pay somebody else, you know what the Cowboys tend to do? It opens them up to be okay to pay somebody else, right? Like there was a time where we didn't want to pay Amari Cooper, so you know what we did? We paid Michael Gallup.
Yeah, bingo. Crazy.
And I'm just being real. If the Dallas Cowboys thought that they could somehow get Amari Cooper for like $25 million a year and bypass getting CeeDee Lamb $35 million a year, would they do it? Absolutely, they would do it.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. And you know what they would say? We saved $10 million by doing this deal.
Mm-hmm.
And in their crazy mind, they did.
Yeah.
You did sign. You technically, in the words of Kyron Anthony Jamerson, technically.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna
We
get my baby
understand what
saying
he's
that as
saying.
a drop. I'm gonna get my baby saying it as a drop. Technically. My son say, I'll be like, so yeah, we got 2 games today. We're gonna play at 8 and we're gonna play at 9. We need to
Mhm.
win both of them. He say, okay, so technically what you're saying is we gotta win 2 games today. I'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to know technically, big time. What's your thoughts on this? Technically,
Well, this is not the fan. Number one, if I'm not mistaken, Mark Cooper's on a
I want
1 year.
I want
He's
the
on his last year as well.
okay.
So that right there really should put it all down to it. That means that if you going, why would you rent him? Essentially,
You take all
you,
the fun out of everything.
well, you just said technically. Now, I mean, I got to give it to the Cowboy way. You gave him the fan. Now we got to give him the realism. So if he's on a 1 year deal, which means you'll be at this same place that you're in with CD at this, at the end of the year. You need to extend him. And what are you going to extend Amari Cooper? Probably less than, 35 million. But what if he decide he don't want to play with the Cowboys? That's the chance you're taking. Amari may be at the point where, at his well, he's still young. I don't even think is he 30 yet? I don't even think he's 30. Uh, I don't think he was 30 years old, but he got a chance to get another bag. And depending on where he is, some players want to get the bag, and then some players want to win.
He's 29.
He's 29 years old. See, so he still got plenty of gas left in the tank. But the question is, where is he? Where is he in his mind? Does he really want to win, or does he want just plainly the bag? If he just want the bag, he'll go anywhere to the highest bidder. But if he wants to win, he might just decide to stick with a contender. You'll really be in the same spot, so you will lose probably CD and Amari Cooper within the same year or the year and a half. And then where are you then? So that's really it for me. It's like you're renting him with no guarantee that he's gonna sign here the next year. It just doesn't. It wouldn't make any sense at all, to be honest with you. On the field, it makes sense because he still can play. He's still one of those type guys that can affect the game. But when we start talking about paperwork and contracts and the years on the contract, he's in the same exact boat that CD is on. He's in his last year on his contract. He gonna want to get paid again. So and then Amar, with the uncertainty of Dak not being here or whatever the case may be, Amar wouldn't want to sign here if he don't know who his quarterback for the following year would
This
be.
is the last team too. Wherever he goes, it's most likely his last team.
Yeah, so I mean, he wouldn't want to be here if Dak not here. He want to put stats up. It's just no question. He don't have time to start over. So I don't think it would be a smart decision at all to get him. And then of course the question mark is, what would you have to give up? Since the only way you can get him is a trade, what would you really have to give up to get him? And it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be like a Trey Lance deal. It wouldn't be just a fourth round pick and that's it. No, you're gonna have to pay a little somewhat of a price. And we have those compensatory picks that we have. We got a lot of picks. Now, certainly a team would be interested in wanting to get, all different type of picks, but it's too much of a hassle to me to get them. So I wouldn't do it at all. I'm kind of like West Coast on. If this was Madden, yeah, I make it happen, but this not Madden. So technically, no. Fan wise, yes.
Yeah, and my tidbit on it is this, right? I like Amari Cooper.
I do
You know
too.
what I would have rathered happen in a perfect world? You know what I would rathered happen? I would have rather Amari Cooper been a Dallas Cowboy right now telling us he wants more money. Because you know what I would have said? I can't. You want to know why? Because I just paid CD Lamb.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
really should have happened in a perfect world, Amari Cooper should have been on our team right now today in
With his $20 million.
It's $20 million right now. He should be in Dallas talking about I want more money. I'm gonna leave. And the Cowboys should literally tell him right now we can't. Why? Because we just gave CD Lamb $35 million. I'm sorry. And guess what? Everybody in the fan base would be saying, "I love you, Cooper, but it makes sense."
Yeah.
You know what that's called? That's called the mentor program. Now think about this: the Cowboys are in a situation where you don't have neither one of them. And both of them are on 1-year deals now. Think about this. 2 years ago, you had both of them on your team.
Yeah.
Both of them. In a real world, Amari Cooper should be a Dallas Cowboy right now complaining about that $20 million and telling everybody he wants more money. And you know what would happen? We could have told him, well, you know what, Coop? If you want to stay here,
you got to fall in line, Doc.
Why? Because we got CD Lamb.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect season. And I'm going to tell you, the Browns don't have a CD Lamb. So that's why they're in the situation they're in.
Exactly.
Because they don't
He is the guy.
He is the CD Lamb. So they don't have someone they can be like, Amari, guess what? We can't pay you, dog. I'm going to keep it real. Cleveland will probably end up paying him.
I would think they would because they got to keep Deshaun with a weapon.
And Deshaun $63 million this year.
You got to give him as much help as he can get. You can't take it away from him. You got to keep him loaded. He can't do it by himself now.
Yeah, and think about this, OG. It gets to the point too where it's like you pay so much for a thing that you have to buy the things that support that thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
depending on what you pay the most, you have to get the other parts to fit what he does. The quarterback gonna need a receiver.
Yeah, because because OG, you a business owner, right?
Yeah,
you're a business owner, right? So you tell me. I always hear I'm a business owner too. One of the pet peeves I hate is when customers want me to use like diminishing products or lower value products, but still want my quality and result.
Yeah, you want to pay. You want to get the top notch product for bargain bin prices.
Or they want you to get cheap, or they want you to go down to the local Home Depot and get that cheap side versus, you know what I'm saying? But then they still want their side to look like that picture that they called you on. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to remember, they were using good products and good services. You know what I'm saying? The good service is me. I'm going to do a good job. The product is what? Whoever the top notch, if you know, the da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I see it with the Frenchies. I see people that try to cut corners. And guess what? When you get your puppies, you're going to see why you should have been using that Victor's brand instead of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because now your puppies don't look as healthy as mine.
Exactly. You know high quality. You got to use quality.
You got to use quality. High quality has to meet high quality.
High quality. You can't cheap your way out of this stuff. No way. You can't want high quality with a flea market mentality. You can't do that. It's not going to work. You might be able to get by on a little bit, but in this game here that we playing here in football, it's a reason why Cleveland has been at the low end of the totem pole for decades. It's a reason why, because that mentality has been there. They never wanted the top quarterback. They lucked into getting a Deshaun Watson. That was because of a draft. They had no choice but to pick one of those guys. Then, of course, they got blessed by a trade. Dallas, of course, tried to send Amari Cooper to the doghouse for real, which they did. They really tried to punish him by going to Cleveland, but it turned out to be a good deal for Cleveland because they had Deshaun. And then they got Flacco, and then they had the other kid, Johnson, as the quarterback. Then they had Nick Chubb as the running back. Then it turned into a great defense. So it didn't work out as good as Dallas thought it was going to work. But it was because of the draft. You had to lose a lot of games to get a Deshaun Watson. You had to lose a lot of games to get Deshaun. Now what they're trying to do is that now they're on another level now. They're not bottom of the barrel type team. Now you got to start paying the price for having a good team, which they never really been in a position before. Now, here we go. It's kind of like the Cowboys. Cowboys were a good team all the time, but they ain't never had this many all-pros at one time. Now you got to pay top of the line salaries to all-pro players. We've been paying Pro Bowl players. It's a difference when everybody on your team now is considered one of the top 2 or maybe even the best person at your position. We ain't never been here, not in the salary cap era. We ain't never been here before. And now because we're there, look how we responded. We ain't never been to this spot.
This, OG, it makes sense. You've been in the playoffs the last 3 years. How can
you knew it was coming.
Like, how could you be a playoff team for 3 years in the NFL and not expect to have good players that are going to want contracts?
Yeah.
Think about this. Even if 3 years ago we started with all rookies, imagine this. If 3 years ago we started with all rookies, that means they're all brand new players, no NFL experience, and then through the next 3 years, that team made the playoffs. That means you would have 53 dudes who have all playoff experience and who are looking for a contract.
Looking for a contract. Bottom line.
The thing that I hate about it's this quote. I want to play it so badly, but I know they're gonna copyright me. But y'all remember on American Gangster when he's sitting inside the diner and he sees a little local drug dealer that's buying his stuff, and then he walks out. No. Wrong clip. I take that back. The one I'm thinking about is when he was at the fight, and Frank Lucas wore that jacket, and then he wore that big old. Because remember, Frank Lucas was real low mind. He kept trying to keep out the public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His lady bought him this big old chinchilla, the big old chinchilla jacket. You know what I'm saying? It's like $15,000 jacket, right?
Yeah.
He comes strolling up in there in this fight, regular dude,
with spotlight on,
with a $15,000 jacket, and then guess what happened? The next day, the police was like, "We need to know who that is." Right?
And I'm glad you left off of certain facts, but a certain type of man with a $15,000 coat on in 1971.
Exactly. The police was. I say the black man. Black man.
There you go. There you go. A black man. Look, I ain't on my show. I would have said it's your show, so I ain't gonna say. But that's what it was.
Sitting front row at a national fight with a $15,000 jacket on. The police said, "We need to know who that is."
With the most expensive ticket in Madison Square Garden. Yes, sir.
Right. So this statement came out of that moment right there, and it was one of the most epic statements I think ever in life, or even that you could just ever say it. And what someone told him is, you're mad because your success took a shot at you. You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? Frank Lucas, man, he was this big time dope leader, but man, the whole world can't know you got millions of dollars in your bank account. Why? Because you're making it legally, right? That's
putting that bullseye on you, Doc.
Put that bullseye on you. The Dallas Cowboys is the same thing. You want to know why? Because their success takes shots at them. Why? Because you draft a guy like Deron Bland, you think he's just going to be this great player, and then guess what? He ends up becoming the great player that you thought and hoped that you drafted him to be.
But you know what? But you know what, Wes? No, not Bland. You expected that out of Michael Parsons. First round pick, special dude. You already saw that. Bland was a 5th round pick, right?
Yeah.
All right. They weren't expecting Bland to be no goddamn all pro.
Yeah, right.
He became a starting quarterback by default because of injury.
That's true.
They looked at him like you a 2nd string, 3rd string type of guy. You ain't that dude. We all we need just some good, solid play from you. We need you to play like Anthony Brown. That's what we wanted you to do. Play like Anthony Brown. Play real solid. You're good, but you're not great, and we're gonna be good because whoever it is off injury, when they come back, you'll go back down to maybe 3rd string. You'll be the nickel guy, and we can work out. Bland shook all that stuff up. He shook all that up. Not only did he take over, good God, he was almost the defensive player of the year last year. So this dude is, that they weren't expecting that. That's why I was saying they want you to be good, but they don't want a guy like Bland now. They don't want a guy like Dak Prescott, born, 4th round type of guy. They don't want that, man. They don't want you to be no all pro. What? They expect that out of Zeke Elliott when he got drafted. They expected that out of Trayvon Diggs. You see what I'm saying? They didn't expect this out of Deron Bland and Dak Prescott. Not on this level.
Hey, OG, can I give you some revelation?
Go ahead.
It's revelation too, and it's not this rogue shop I'm smoking.
Boy, you a fool.
Hey, West Coast Cannabis, make sure y'all tap in if you need it. You know what's the most deadliest thing in Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is from Landry. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Landry. The worst thing you can do in Dallas when it comes to contract is to exceed your expectations. Man.
Bingo. That's all I've been saying.
And I'm going to tell you why, OG. Because when they first signed Deron Bland, you know what they said? He's exactly what you said. He's going to be a backup corner, and we'll pay him this amount in 4 years.
They'll look at him as we're saying he's good depth. He's just good depth.
He came out there and blew that up. It's just like what Frank Lucas did. Wait, time out. We weren't. Wait. We were not expecting for you to do that.
No, you weren't supposed to do that. Now, no.
Do we appreciate it? Hell yeah, we appreciate it.
Doc, you just went from a deaf guy at the end of your contract getting paid possibly $4, $5, $6 million. Now what you just did now, you not only did you just do that, but we ain't worried about Gilmore no more. We can let Gilmore go. You're gonna be the starter, and now you done entered yourself into a different tax bracket. Because you're going to ask for 12, 13, 14, and depending on if you having another good year this year, you very well might be in Trayvon Diggs category. Let him throw another Pro Bowl year up and watch what happens.
OG, I'm sorry. I don't disagree with you too many times, but I got to disagree with you now.
Go ahead.
He's asking for Trayvon. If we're sitting in front of
now,
thank you.
Now, yes.
Please don't short these people.
I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. You're right.
Deron Bland has done something that Deion Sanders has never done.
Nobody.
No, listen to me, bro. We all grow up wanting to wear the 21.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're doing something he never did? As many touchdowns and high steps I seen Deion do, he never did 6. And think about this. Deion, listen to me. If you go look at Deion's a 2-year stretch, Deion Sanders never had a 2-year stretch. Well, I would say that 49er year to Cowboy year was pretty ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
That was a 2-year stretch. That was ridiculous.
High production.
Any player on offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I say that. But, bro, there's no corner that you can take a 2-year stretch, and especially his first 2 years, bro.
Yeah.
Deron Bland, when it's all said and done, should have been a top 4 pick. Top 5 pick.
He definitely, put it this way, he definitely ain't no 5th round.
And he's outdone, sure. And think about this, he's outdone every corner since coming in this draft.
Already.
Sauce Gardner, what? I said that Deron Bland was better than Sauce Gardner last year, and people laughed at me.
No. Well, that's been proven. And somebody might say, well, they don't try Sauce. Man, I saw Sauce getting burnt last year.
You know what, OG? I'll tell you this. Listen to me. Ain't no cornerback in football getting respect like that. How you think Deron Bland got 6 interceptions for touchdowns?
They kept trying them.
Listen to me. The NFL is not, this is not the early 2000s. This is not the 90s. This is not the era of, we ain't throwing to him. Nah, bruh. They're throwing to you, bruh.
Oh, this ain't the real Revis and Deion Sanders.
How you think Trevon Diggs got 11 interceptions in 1 year? Because they kept throwing the ball at him.
They kept trying. They thought he was a rookie. They really said, oh, he's a rookie. We ain't sliding past him. We going at him. That's what they said. That's what they said about Bland. That's what they said about Sauce. The same thing. No rookie cornerback get that type of respect coming in anymore. Nobody. You don't get Darrelle Revis treatment and Deion treatment, Rod Woodson treatment. You don't get all that.
And these
nobody does.
Offensive coordinators are way too arrogant to be like, I'm not going to throw.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
These offensive coordinators are way too cocky for that.
Way too cocky for that. I'm gonna have to get down, Wes. I'm gonna try to get you on my phone. I'm gonna try to get on the phone on the way. Hey, everybody, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna try to get on the phone and get on here and jump right back in. But if I don't, and if I'm not able to, I'll see you guys whenever we hook back up again.
Hey, they want to know what jersey you got on right now, though.
I got DeMarcus Ware. I wear DeMarcus Ware 94. 94. DeMarcus Ware.
Throwback Reebok.
Yeah, Reebok. Yeah, old throwback there. The Marcus wear. I ain't wearing no. I wish it was Charles Haley. I want to wear champions. I don't want to wear the Marcus wears a champion. He just didn't get winning with us, but he a Hall of Fame player. So I don't wear them. Yeah, he the truth. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Wes, I'm sorry, man, but I'm gonna try to get on the phone with you.
Go ahead. I see you.
Everybody on my channels, y'all keep hanging. West Coast got plenty more for you now. All right.
My boy says he gonna be back on his phone.
Yeah.
Somebody said Bland did his job. Absolutely. Let me get this up right. Wait. Somebody said Bland did his job last season. I did see a bright future as a career as a Cowboy. Me too. Me too. We were talking about contracts before he got up out of here. That's what we were talking about. But he gonna try to get back on his phone. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions or comments, if you have questions, put it in the comment box right now. If you got a question, put it in the comment box. If you haven't hit that Cash App yet, make sure you guys hit that Cash App. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure if you got a question or a comment, man, make sure you put it in the comment box. Let's hit some questions. Get JJ Watt jersey big time. Slap yourself, Eastside Hurl. He said he wear champions, dog. He literally just said he wear champions. That means technically he can't wear a Texans jersey at all. You know what I'm saying? They're the champions of the Houston League, I guess you would say. The Houston International Football League. Did Gilly even sign with anybody yet? Let me see. He says, did Gilly even sign with anybody? I heard that he was recovering from an injury. Well, I know as of yet he hasn't signed with anybody. I know Gilmore hasn't signed with anybody. Do I think the Cowboys are going to be interested in re-signing him? I don't believe so. I think after the accolades that the Cowboys have with Deron Bland and then getting Trevon Diggs back, I think the Cowboys are going to go in that route. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Would I be interested in re-signing Gilmore? Yes, I've even made a video on it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely, I would be interested in him. Why? Because I don't want to be in a position where I'm rushing Trevon Diggs back. I know a lot of people say, oh, this and that, but Michael Gallup, I learned a lot from him last year. I learned a lot from Tom, not Tony. I learned a lot from Tony Pollard. I learned a lot from Tony Pollard. Things that I actually already knew about players coming back from injury, keep it real. And that is they need about a half a season. You know what I'm saying? Especially players that are explosive players. Javon Diggs isn't a guy that's going to be standing and then shooting, standing and just hitting someone 2-3 feet in front of him. No, he's going to be running full speed. He's a guy, and that is a position you need to be at 100% health because you're chasing some of the fastest humans in the world. So explosive positions, yeah, you need that time to heal and recovery. And this is his first major injury. And he's also making $20 million this year. So when a guy is making more, it prompts me to do better by him. You know what I'm saying? If I buy a Lamborghini, I'm not gonna drive it like it's a Chevelle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smash that mug. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna try to get my money back, but I'm definitely not gonna Tonka truck it. Questions. Who got questions? If you got a question, put it in the comment box. I'm gonna answer all questions right now. Let's go. I told y'all this was a freestyle show. This is a freestyle show, so if you got any questions, put it in the comment box, and I got you. Man, I'm not too optimistic about this season. Let's talk about. Somebody said they're not very optimistic about this season. That's just because Jerry hasn't really given you anything to be optimistic about. You know what I'm saying? Optimism is hope. You know what I'm saying? It's just a form of hope. And that means Jerry Jones hasn't given you something to be optimistic about last year. But I'm going to tell you, Jerry Jones, like any great grandpa, is going to give you something to be optimistic about. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a sign. And you know what I think is going to be? The signing of your quarterback. I'm optimistic for this year because everybody for sure is going to be here. Dak's going to be here this year. CD's going to be here this year. I hope he is if he don't hold out through the whole season. Zeke's going to be here this year. Mike McCarthy's going to be here this year. Tight end is going to be here this year. You know what I'm saying? So everybody for the most part is going to be here this year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm optimistic. I am optimistic about this year. I'm just not very optimistic about going forward after this year. Where do I see our new offensive line at this point? To be honest with you, I don't know. Offensive line is one of those things where they definitely need to play together. They need to be in helmets and shoulder pads together. They need to be hitting on some folks. It's one of those type of positions. So you need to, the offense but this is what I say. I don't have any opinion on the offensive line yet because they haven't played together. But I will say this: the Dallas Cowboys offensive line as a unit and as a program has been good. That's like the one position that the Dallas Cowboys have, for the most part, seem to always get right. At worst, our offensive linemen end up being, starters for other guys, like guys that we didn't even, Connor McGovern, a guy that we felt was not a star, wasn't a good starter for the Dallas Cowboys, left and made some money for someone else. Connor Williams, same thing. Both Connors did, actually, to be honest with you. Both Connors left and became, Connor Williams actually became a Pro Bowl center. Never even played a center for the Dallas Cowboys. Somebody said, how many All-Pro players still on the roster? All of them. We didn't lose anybody. It's OT even. Normally teams don't get this, so not really sure why we think we will suck. Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys will suck. I definitely don't believe the Cowboys will suck. What's up with you, OG?
I'm in here.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah,
Can
somebody
you hear me?
Yep, somebody heard something. I can hear you. I can hear you fine. You good.
Okay.
All right. So I was just out here just answering questions. Somebody made a statement about what is my optimism of the Dallas Cowboys for 2024. And then the next thing they asked me was they asked me about what are my thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. So that's what I was kind of talking about right now is the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. I'm
Okay.
gonna read this next comment though. It says, "Yeah, we've never spent money, but this season other teams spent money and bread and got better on paper, especially the Eagles." And I ain't gonna lie, that's a good. People don't like to say positive things about the Eagles. I don't like to say nothing positive about the Eagles, but I will say this: I do believe on paper the Eagles got better. It's just about how they utilize them. What are your thoughts on that, Doc?
Well, let's not forget now about the Eagles. They were loaded last year. All right. They had all the talent in the world on offense and defense. And the last time I checked, they lost about 7 straight games, right? 6 or 7 straight games. So it don't mean anything. It's really about continuity. It's about attitude. It's about distractions. AJ Brown was crying, and it seemed like he got into the locker room, and there was division, and the coach was upset. And they already, if y'all hadn't, keep up with them, I know we're not Eagle fans, but they got Kellen Moore over there, and they say Jalen Hurts already is struggling already with the offense. Of course, it's it's preseason and all that type of stuff, and I get all that, but there's been a lot of teams that had stacked decks, but they didn't do anything. So I have to see it first. You got to show me. I'm one of those ones that you got to show. So on Madden, they'll look real good to you, but it's real life football. So the optimism for the Cowboys. Well, let me go to the offensive line. It's really the unknown, y'all. We guys is probably going to be two at some point. It's going to be 2 rookie offensive linemen in there, and we don't know. We don't know how good they're going to be. We don't know how bad they're going to be. I do know this for sure. I've said this on my show. I think it's safe to say that Tyler Guyton is going to have some growing pains just because of the position that he plays and who he is playing. He really does have a murderer's row that he has to deal with. And I'm quite sure the coaches will, try to scheme their way and help him. But he's playing left tackle, and he got to see Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt and Aiden Hutchinson and all these guys. Thibodeau from the Giants. The list goes on and on. The Ravens guy. he's got to see some real dogs starting off. So you know he's gonna have some growing pain. But how good is it? We don't know yet because we just ain't seen it. You know, he could be the big thing, or he could be another Chaz Green. No, but they draft him. They believe in him. They believe in the draft. But here's what I will say. Look, quarterbacks had far less lines and puts up the same numbers. So, and then those same numbers over 4,000 yards passing, 30 touchdowns. And usually, these guys have, offensively, have been either the number 1 to number 3 offense in the league for the last 6-7 years. No matter the coordinator, no matter who it is, Dak Prescott produces. Whether y'all know it or not, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Dak Prescott, he's been quarterback for what? This will be his 9th year. Cowboys made the playoffs 7 times while he was the quarterback. When last time we had that? Troy Aikman? Maybe. Y'all better give us some respect on Dak's name. Dak Prescott-led team is a double-digit winning team who usually makes the playoffs. So I'm expecting the offense to do the same thing because, I mean, you say we didn't have a running game last year. Well, look what we did. That was 12 wins still. Without a running game, as people say, we're going to be all right. Defensively, I think it's going to be growing pains because it's a new system. Don't expect Cowboys to come out with blazing guns like they did last year. They got to learn the system. They got to find the right, packages, all that type of stuff. I think that we're going to find out really how good we are maybe after week 8, after our bye week. That's when everything probably really going to gel together defensively. But offensively, we're going to score. I mean, I ain't got no doubt about it. We're going to score.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So he was going in a little in and out, but you was cooking too much. So I said, I'm gonna just let him go. You know what I'm saying? But I know they heard the gist of what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? It was clean enough because your video's still going through real clean too. But I am in 100% agreement with you. I think that our schedule is going to dictate that it's going to show that the Cowboys might be figuring things out because man, we got some hitters straight out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And depending on that Cleveland team is going to be very, very motivated. I don't know if they're going to be good, but they're going to be very, very motivated because you're going to have a Deshaun Watson that literally has to prove it right now. And you're going to have an Amari Cooper who either just got paid or who is probably not going to play. You know what I'm saying? So that Cleveland, and listen to me, Cleveland, for the fact that they have the Dallas Cowboys coming to them week 1, they're going to want to win that game. For business standpoint, from a business standpoint, that's going to be their biggest game. You know what I'm saying? I remember businesses, they did an interview about the local businesses, a documentary on the local businesses and the effect of what happened when LeBron James left Cleveland and how it just killed the local businesses around that area. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because there were so many businesses that were created or that were thriving off the fact that the Cleveland Browns were good. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers were good. Now, I take this and put that into football. Man, the Cleveland Browns are advertising that they have the Dallas Cowboys coming in week 1, prime time game, bro. This is the biggest game of their season. They are not going to want to play that without having Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's going to get paid. And I'm going to tell you this right now. The Dallas Amari Cooper versus his old team, the NFL wants to see that. Part of the reason why they want to see that. Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, they want to see that. So they're going to figure that thing out. I'm just tell you this right now. Amari Cooper's going to get paid. They're going to figure that out. Now, this is the when you then think about this, the very next week, who do you have? You have Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Dallas Cowboys, I'm in agreement with you. This may be one of those seasons where it kind of starts the way it starts and then you kind of pick up. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you're playing a team, no matter what you say about Cleveland, they don't have as many moving parts as the Dallas Cowboys. Baltimore don't have as many moving parts as the Dallas Cowboys. We have a lot of moving parts. And that's why we do need to sign some of these people so we can just slow some of this stuff down. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to marry. You know what I'm saying? If you love someone and you really want to be with them for the rest of your life, it's okay to get married. It's okay. The 15 other billion women in the world, they're not going to miss you. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You got folks out there thinking, I'm not going to get married. Why? Because it's 15 trillion women I haven't met yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they don't want it. They're not trying to meet you too. First rule in the game is like the women that like you. You know what I'm saying? Like the players that like you. Dallas Cowboys, take care of your players. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your players.
It's really common sense, though. But we're not like a regular organization. Most organizations don't have these drama-filled days like Dallas does. What we're doing is it just doesn't make sense. And maybe they're gonna pile it all up at one time. And I understand Jerry loves to be in the spotlight and likes all the media talking about him, but this really just don't make sense. And if we're in a rebuild, they're doing what needs to be done to prove that it's a rebuild. They're simply by not paying anybody. But we'll know all those answers before week one. If Dak hadn't got paid, if CD hadn't got paid before week one, then we need to start changing. We need to start changing our conversation real quick.
CeeDee Lamb's not going to be there. If he doesn't get paid, he's not going to be there.
I agree 1,000%.
Because I'm going to tell you this. At that point, there will be teams that are, at that point, there's going to be teams that are going to call you.
Yeah.
If you're week one and CeeDee Lamb hasn't gotten paid and he's held out all the way through training camp, for sure there's going to be teams that are going to be calling you. And at that point, I will be making content on it makes more sense to trade him now. Because listen to me, if you get to training camp and CeeDee Lamb is like, I'm not coming, and you can really see that he's not coming, you then have a decision to make right then.
Yeah.
I think the best decision right now, it is if the Cowboys know that they are not going to pay him and he knows he is going to hold out, you trade him.
You better get what you can for him because you got a good chance of getting a nice package for a trade for him. There's no question about that. You got to do it because you make it to let him walk for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. When he can't walk, they very well Wes, like we talked about yesterday.
Franchise
they very well, man. Yeah, they very well may be talking about franchising him or thinking that way.
But think about this: if you're CeeDee Lamb and you already held out an NFL season, they would have to franchise tag you after you hold out of a season. So you think the Cowboys would then want to pay him top? Because you got to remember, if you don't want to pay him $35 million right now, if you franchise tag him 2 years from now, you're for sure going to give him $35 million. And it's going to be on a 1-year deal.
Yeah. Yep. Because Tyreek Hill is crying and he wants more money. So they're going to give it to him. So remember what the franchise tag is. It's the average of the top 5 salaries in the position. Or that average is, it's going to go up. Chase is about to get paid. It's going up. Tyreek Hill is going to get some more money. It's going up. Justin Jefferson just got paid.
Tyreek is waiting for CD right now. The moment CD signs, Tyreek Hill is going to go to the Miami Dolphins and say, "Hey, dog."
Yeah, exactly. And so the franchise tag, I think they put it out and said that it would be 20 right as of now. The franchise tag would be $24.7 million. You can throw that in the garbage can. That ain't gonna be the franchise when CD, if you place the tag on it. So if you don't want to pay him now, you need to let him go. Trade him.
This time next year, the franchise tag it's gonna be 30 for sure.
No question.
And then think about this. It will make no sense because you will have then sacrificed a whole year to save $5 million.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It don't make any sense at all.
A whole 17 games to save $5 million. And he's still on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
And think about this. You'd give him $30 million and he didn't play all last year. Cowboys wouldn't do that to any player in any circumstances.
Yeah. And so again, I hate to be repetitive. It's kind of like a Deron Blank playing situation. They want you to be good. They want to get all they can get out of you in your rookie deal. But they don't expect you to be all pro now. That ain't what they looking for. They want you to go from a fifth round pick to maybe a Pro Bowl or one or two, kind of like the Leighton Vander Esch deal. Leighton Vander Esch was an all pro his first year as a rookie, but he ain't do nothing after that. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt. They want potential. They don't want you to be the man now. They don't want that because they got to pay you. They don't, and everybody that has gotten to that point, they didn't pay them. They got to go through hell to get paid. I mean, it's sad, man.
Facts. Well, hey, Bishop, we've been on here for about an hour now, man. I'm gonna take one more comment.
Cool.
We're gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Jay said it's more boom or bust for the Eagles with those changes. We know that Dallas is going to do, even though it may not look exciting. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. One thing about the Cowboys is the Cowboys. The one thing, you know why you feel that way about the Cowboys? Because of Dak. Because of Dak. Because we have a stabilizer, and his name is Dak Prescott. We actually have a good quarterback. Dak, and I'm gonna tell you, when you remove Dak from the equation, you know what you have? A bunch of losses. You have 2020. That's what you have. People be like, it'll be COVID. Yeah, you're right. But it also, you didn't have your quarterback too. And what happened? You was picking in the top 10 damn near.
Yeah. It's sad that Dak has done this. Like I gave you yesterday, everybody. The number one scoring offense in the league was the Dallas Cowboys. 29.9, but the way we discredit Dak so much, it's almost shocking to hear that stat. Like, there is no better scoring offense in the NFL than the Dallas Cowboys. They've been there for the last, almost 4 or 5 years. And it's boring, and it doesn't even seem like it. But the production has always been there, and it is mainly because of your quarterback. So I get what you're saying. It's almost like we look at Dallas like it's a grinded out offense. There's no better offense in the league. And
Facts.
Patrick Mahomes, you don't get no higher than number one. Patrick Mahomes is not number one. You know, if you win the Super Bowl, I guess essentially he is. But as far as the stats say, the Cowboys are the best offense in the league. It's just that simple.
Facts. All right, well, shoot, man. Hey, somebody said 9-year vet still trying to win meaningful games. So I guess last year's playoff game 2 years ago when we were in Tampa Bay, I guess that wasn't a meaningful game. I guess not. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy fans, we a crazy bunch. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I just want to shout out everybody that was in here. I know the audio got a little bad because the service was a little bad, but you know, that's just a commitment. That just shows our commitment, our level of commitment that we want to bring content to you. No matter if the audio's bad, if you hear every 3 words, you know what I'm saying? You can put them together and understand what we talk about, man. But yo, I'm going to be live. We all going to be live later on today at some point. So make sure you guys have your notifications on. We appreciate everybody that's been watching today. And you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down, the stars up.